Unless you've been living under a rock during the past few months, you've probably heard of TikTok. It's the short-form-based video platform that has taken the world by storm. It's incredibly entertaining, but what you probably didn't know is that by using TikTok, you are at a serious risk of taking years off of your life. While it might seem like just a fun way to pass time, the app is actually extremely dangerous for your health and well-being. So, how is TikTok secretly killing you? You'll soon find out. So sit back and buckle up because this episode of Brain Binge starts right now. In order to get you to use TikTok for extended periods of time, the creators of the app have designed it to be as addicting as humanly possible. And the way that it rewrites your brain during extended use will actually take years off of your life. Here's how. When I ask you, what is a drug? Your mind probably quickly jumps to the idea of cigarettes or pills. And that's normal, because that's what your teachers and the media have conditioned you to think when you hear that word. But those answers aren't exactly what we're looking for. Those are just examples. Step 1 of understanding why TikTok is dangerous to your health is for you to realize that the dangers of a drug has to do with the addictiveness associated with releases of dopamine. In case you didn't already know, dopamine is a type of neurotransmitter. Your body makes it, and your nervous system uses it to send messages between nerve cells. Dopamine plays a role in how we feel pleasure. It's a big part in our uniquely human ability to think and plan ahead. If I were to ask you what drug causes the most deaths every year, you'd probably say cigarettes. After all, you're taught from the time you're very young to stay away from them because of how addictive and harmful they are. It's a good guess, and one that over 95% of people make. But the correct answer is actually sugar. Unhealthy eating, characterized by high consumption of sugar-sweetened foods and beverages, contribute to more deaths than any other factor, because they contribute towards heart disease, strokes, and diabetes. Now, you're probably thinking, sugar isn't a drug, anyone can get it. Let me be clear, a drug has nothing to do with legality. It has to do with how addictive it is. Sugar is perhaps the most addictive substance in the world. Every time you eat even a small amount of sugar, you're releasing opioids and dopamine into your body. But you've probably been eating sugar for so long that you're addicted without even knowing it. Think about the last time you craved something sweet. You probably noticed that it's hard to stop at just one. When you eat a piece of chocolate, you instantly crave another. This is due to the release of dopamine associated with the sugar in the chocolate. It makes you feel good. It makes you want more. TikTok works in the exact same way. Listen up, because this next part is important. What I'm about to say could save your life. What I'm about to share with you is what TikTok is really doing to your brain and how you can stop it. This is your brain. And this is your brain after spending just 10 minutes watching TikToks. And that's not a mistake. The people who programmed TikTok made it this way because it keeps you watching. The app is designed to keep you glued to the screen for as long as possible. Using TikTok is the same thing as drugging yourself. You'll remain in a pleasurable and dopamine-filled state, continuously being carried along by what comes next, always craving another video. It's almost hypnotic. You keep watching and watching, scrolling and scrolling. Have you ever noticed that the app hides what time it is? That's not a mistake. You'll waste an entire hour scrolling, only to shake your head and wonder where all that time had gone. When you're scrolling, sometimes you see something funny or something that's exciting, and it catches your attention. You get that little dopamine hit to the pleasure center of your brain, so you want to keep scrolling. Every few seconds, there's something else to grab your attention. And you will keep scrolling, because sometimes you see something you like, and sometimes you don't. And that differentiation, which is very similar to a slot machine in Vegas, is key. In psychological terms, called random reinforcement. It means sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and that's how the platform is designed, so that you continue to seek. However, unlike a slot machine, you'll never run out of money to play with. Theoretically, you could continue to scroll forever, and your For You page would never run out of content. Like the name suggests, it would continue to pick out the perfect content and place them in an order completely personalized and tailored to keep you engaged within the app. Have you ever stopped and given some critical thought to what TikTok is showing you? Probably not. In fact, over 97% of users who were surveyed could not remember what TikTok video they had seen after just 30 seconds of continuing to scroll. TikTok is numbing your mind and in turn causing irreversible brain damage. Going at a rapid pace from one micro-length video to another shortens your attention span. You must attend to a given stimulus for a mere 15 seconds, and then another one appears, and another one, and another. What effect does this have on your brain? In simplest terms, it melts it. Due to the overwhelming amount of stimuli presented to you in such a short time span, two things will happen. The first is that your neurons will begin to break down, leaving clusters of dead cells in your brain. The second is that your hippocampus, the part of your brain that plays an important role in memory, will begin to shrink. If that doesn't scare you, it should. Both of these are the leading causes of Alzheimer's, a disease that destroys your ability to recall old memories and to create new ones. And the worst part? There's no known cure. For a young person whose brain is still developing, these effects are even worse. You probably didn't know this, but your brain isn't fully developed until you reach 25 years old. Those who spend too much time on TikTok before their brains are finished growing increase their chances of getting degenerative brain diseases by over 4,000%. And what's even worse is that the effects will begin to show at a younger age. While diseases like Alzheimer's normally start to show signs at around 60 years old, those whose minds have been heavily impacted by TikTok could begin to exhibit signs by the time they're only 30. And have their brain completely shut off by the time they're just 40. So, the next time you think of using TikTok, please just ask yourself, is watching a few short videos to kill time worth cutting your life short by killing your brain? Because that's exactly what you're doing every time you open the app. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like on the video to help it come up in the YouTube algorithm. It's free for you to do, and it helps us make more great content like this. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and click the bell to get notified whenever we post a new video. And check out these other videos that we think you'll enjoy.